My name is Denise Joe. I'm 18 years old and I'm insecure.
Keegan Freeman. I am 17 years old and I am insecure.
My name is Ashlyn Von Krusze. I'm 16 years old and I'm insecure.
My name is Keegan Sell. I'm 16 years old and I am insecure.
Hi, my name is Kaila Barclay. I am 16 years old and I am insecure.
It doesn't take long for a little girl to realize exactly what she wants to look like and how she wants to dress. Through the influence of social media and society's beauty standards, it's rare to come across a woman in today's day and age who isn't insecure. My name is Caitlin Nance, and my team and I wanted to find out exactly why. To find out why so many girls would always only feel almost pretty. We took a group of teenage girls from various backgrounds and put them through a few social experiments to further dissect the issue that is insecurity. Our first social experiment was an experiment I created called the Pretty Necklace Experiment. This experiment featured red, yellow, and green beads. The green beads represented confidence, the yellow beads represented mildly insecure, while the red beads represented highly insecure. I tried to emphasize to the girls the importance on choosing a necklace that matched their exact feeling at that exact moment. Here are the results.
Like, look at Maya. This is Maya. Hi. Okay. Maya, this is Nari. Do you know each other?
No.
Okay, so Nari, looking at her, what color bead do you think she would have?
I mean,
Just by looking at her, how she looks.
green.
Green?
Yeah.
All right, Maya, what color do you think that Nari would have?
I think green's as well.
Why do you think that?
She's very pretty.
Okay, can you show each other your necklaces then? All right, can you guys go back? Let me get Denise and Kate. The key to this experiment wasn't allowing the girls to reveal their necklace color at first. I wanted to choose two unacquainted girls to guess what they thought the opposing person's necklace color would be. Through this experiment, we found that every girl would always assume that the girl they were partnered with would have a green necklace, representing confidence, due to how pretty they viewed the other person to be.
My biggest insecurity is my teeth, and it gets me away from like taking pictures of myself or like taking pictures with other people, because a lot of my friends are like smiling, and I don't because of my teeth, and it actually gets in the way of like me trying to like talk to people, because they like to like look at me, and I hate it because like just the way my teeth are, and I have a lisp because of my teeth, so it kind of like makes me feel uncomfortable when people are talking to me and I have to like talk to them, or like when I laugh I have to like cover my mouth just because I don't like it.
My biggest insecurity is my skin color, I would say, because I grew up with, people always telling me that I'm too dark skinned and, you're ugly because you're not light, or your hair is not curly and long. So that really put me in the position where it's like, I'm not good enough for anybody to like me because of my skin color. And that just really made me feel like that I'm not worth it.
My insecurities about my body have definitely hindered me from wanting to go places like the beach and the pool. I have very, very fair skin, and I always just felt like I stood out too much. And everyone would go get summer tans and they would take pictures, and I don't. And I just kind of feel like I reflect the sun, actually. And I've just never felt very comfortable in bikinis and super revealing things just because I don't like my body on show, and I feel like everyone's staring, and I know that's just my anxiety, but I always feel like people are staring.
Things like going to the pool with my friends, or my family has always gone camping at Jordan Lake, and we would always go swimming in the lake. And my boyfriend and I have been together for coming up on 16 months, and it took 6 months for me to invite him because I was so nervous about him seeing me, you know, in a bikini, or other people seeing me.
The reason I wanted to stress the importance of grabbing a necklace that matched that exact feeling at that exact moment is because before the shoot, I asked all the girls to put makeup on. I told them, do your makeup until you feel like the prettiest version of yourself. If makeup was what made the girls feel better, I wanted to strip them of that blanket of security, and doing this revealed a layer of vulnerability that you could just feel in the room. So now it was time for the girls to choose a necklace without the makeup on. Here's the difference.
So why did you choose a red necklace the second time?
I'm actually usually pretty comfortable in my skin, but I think the situation of being in a big room and having to take it off and not knowing how I looked after I took it off in the moment kind of scared me.
My biggest insecurity is mostly about my body, specifically my height and my weight. I really don't like taking full body pictures because of my weight, and I just don't feel like I just feel like I'm really fat. And then I don't like taking pictures with my friends, like full body pictures with my friends, because most of them are shorter than me, and I've never taken a picture with someone that was taller than me or my height. And my two best friends, they're shorter than me, so it's kind of difficult. And then I feel like with guys and stuff, I don't know, I know there's a bunch of tall guys, but it's the ones that like me are short, and it just makes me feel uncomfortable because I'm so
It became very obvious to me that no matter the race or body shape or size, every girl in that room had an insecurity. We as people, and specifically women, all deal with certain things that we don't like about ourselves. But imagine being able to count and physically see the very things that you despise. The next experiment that I created is called the In My Cup experiment. This experiment consisted of 7 different bowls full of marbles. The bowls were labeled things like my skin, my weight, my teeth, and other for an insecurity that wasn't listed, just to name a few. For every bowl that had a problem the girls could identify with, they were told to put a marble in their cup. 1 marble per insecurity. Here are the results.
Alright, who had the most beads? Alright, who had 5 beads? Anyone have 5? Who had 4 beads? Who had 3 beads? Who had 2 beads? Who had 1? Okay. Raise your hand if you chose your hair. Raise your hand if you chose your teeth. Raise your hand if you chose your height. Raise your hand if you chose your skin color. Raise your hand if you chose your nose. Raise your hand if you chose other. Oh, raise your hand if you chose your weight.
I cope with my insecurity. I would say that I don't. Usually, it's I don't know how to cope with it because I can't really change it. To me, when you cope with something, you can necessarily change it, or it can happen a different way, but you can't really do anything with my insecurity. When I was in the 7th grade, I used to cut myself, and I tried to kill myself when I was in the 8th grade.
Why is that?
I felt like I didn't belong, there was no purpose for me to be here, and that because I didn't look like everybody else, it was kind of I wasn't supposed to be here, and so I just felt the need that everybody else would feel better if I was gone.
Because of my insecurity, I have had suicidal thoughts, and I have self-harmed. It started when I was in the 6th grade. This boy asked me on a date, and I said no. I tried to be as respectful as possible, but I just, didn't like him like that. And he went on to create 6 anonymous accounts with names like Keegan Sell is a slut, Keegan Sell is trash, Keegan Sell should die, and sent me horrifying messages telling me how I am just disgusting and I should kill myself and I do not deserve the air that I am breathing. And that was really hard for me, because it was one thing to get teased at school for how I looked, but then, you come home and that's supposed to be your safe place, and it's not anymore. 8th grade prom, 8th grade formal, I guess. I thought that I looked super good. I loved my dress. I did my makeup. I thought that I looked great. And then I went and I saw the other girls and I saw how pretty they were. And it shook me. And I went into the bathroom and I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, why don't you look like them? Why don't you look as good as them? Are you just not good enough?
When I was in 7th grade, I remember I was always feeling insecure about just not looking like other people and looking bigger than other people that I was around. And I had cellulite, and I didn't really have bad acne then, but I always remember just feeling like the oddball, and I always felt weird because I just didn't really act like other people. And I started to self-harm, and it just kind of made me feel like relaxed in the moment, but then after I would regret it, but I just kept doing it like a cycle.
Every single day, girls walk around with this constant thought of, I wonder is anyone looking at the thing I wish looked better or looked different right now. I wanted the participants to write their largest insecurity on a piece of white duct tape and have it placed on the back of their shirt, for everyone to read, for everyone to acknowledge, and for everyone to see. Here are the results.
Oh yeah. So how do you feel with your insecurity being right there on your back for everyone to see?
Kind of uncomfortable, most things you want to keep to yourself. It's not something that I would like sharing, but for the purposes of this project, it's out there.
How do you think you would feel if you had to wear this around every day with every outfit that you had, to school, to any outing you went to, any party?
I wouldn't feel as strong. I was taught to keep things to yourself sometimes, try to put on a strong face. So I wouldn't feel as independent and strong as I do now.
For me, I guess it's not that bad because my birthmark, which is on my back, is covered by my clothes, so nobody can see it. But on a day-to-day basis, I'm definitely very insecure about it.
If you had a daughter and she was insecure as you and faced some of the same struggles, what would you do?
I think I would just, tell her every day, you're beautiful, let her know her worth. And I would help her at home so that when she goes to school and goes other places, she doesn't feel the need to try to be like someone else or to compare herself to others, and she feels beautiful overall.
Do you think you're pretty?
I do. I think I'm pretty. I didn't used to. It took a long time to get here, but I do think I'm pretty now.
And what changed?
What changed is that I surrounded myself with people that helped me grow, people that helped me learn how to love myself, and me as a person, I learned how to love myself.
I cope with my insecurities with positive affirmations, just telling myself that I'm beautiful and that I know that they don't really define who I am. They're just things that I have.
Okay. Do you think you're pretty?
Yes.
Why?
I have a good heart, and I look on the inside, and I think it reflects on the outside.
The purpose of this project wasn't to remind the girls of how insecure they were, even though some of the experiments did do just that. This project was to remind the girls that through your insecurity, you are beautiful. There is something in all of us that we wish we could change. Whether it be the size of our forehead or the color of our skin, there's always something. I never intended on the girls leaving from the documentary and saying, I will never feel bad about myself again, because that goal, though amazing, is truly unrealistic. I created this documentary to further understand the root and stories of a broad group of girls who were all insecure. That's all. I created this documentary to understand. Little did I know I would be doing way more than that. We broke boundaries. Through this process, we created friendships and memories that would constantly remind us of the reason we all came together, to learn to love ourselves. Self-consciousness is a trait women are taught. It's natural to look at one woman and say, she has this and I don't, or she's pretty and I'm not. This documentary taught the girls and I the value of perception, self-love, and the empowering of women. I never wanted the girls to completely change their outlook on themselves. Insecurities will always exist with or without this documentary. I wanted those ladies and you and whoever you know and everyone I know that you are enough. Just you. And as long as we continue as women to uplift and encourage, we will never just be almost pretty. We'll be beautiful.
Every time I think I'm through, it's because of you.